Welcome back to the Andrew Tate Show by GSMC Sports. Before the break, we were talking about the Las Vegas Aces and that $100,000 sponsorship deal. A little more complicated than maybe it looks at first glance. As I mentioned before the break, we are switching gears a little bit. Now, Tate, we both live in Portugal.
Yes, we do.
We didn't really mention that, but you're actually on the same continent as your co-host today, which is, I don't know, is it nice for you, or is it, do you prefer having that Atlantic Ocean between you and your co-host?
You know, it's a little different. I must admit, having someone, it's kind of nice having someone so close. So it is.
Sure. Okay, so we both live in Portugal, and we missed something. Saturday night, we missed a UFO.
Okay, how did that work out?
Did you go outside on Saturday night at all? I can't remember what I did on Saturday.
I can't remember what I did, but I'm sure I did.
It wasn't really a UFO, but let me tell you what it was, okay?
Okay.
So I bring this up. I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, a bright comet fragment illuminated the skies over parts of Spain and Portugal late on Saturday, creating a dazzling display that resembled a scene from a movie. I saw the pictures. It was really pretty.
Okay.
The European Space Agency, ESA, we're so used to NASA, this is ESA, initially thought it was a meteor, but later determined it to be a small piece of comet. The fragment traveled at a speed of 45 kilometers per second before burning up over the Atlantic Ocean. Videos, of course, went viral. They said that because it burned up, the chances of finding any kind of meteorite are very, very low. But videos of the event went viral on social media, showing the object streaking across the sky in vibrant tones of blue and green. Preliminary analysis by the Spanish Color Alto Astronomical Observatory suggested a cometary origin for the fragment. Witnesses described the experience as surreal, with some likening it to daylight and feeling stunned by the spectacle. Now, this isn't your usual comment, I don't think. I bring it up because it's interesting. First of all, we live here. I did not see, I cannot speak for you. Did you see?
No, I did not see any of this whatsoever. No.
Okay. I also bring it up because I know that space is something that you are interested in, at least from conversations that we've had in the past.
Why you my business out in the street?
Okay, I apologize for outing you on the space liking. I do apologize.
No, I'm just joking. I'm joking.
I didn't know.
That's hilarious.
Mostly, so I did ask because I did bring it up because I wanted to know if you'd seen it. I did not. You
No,
apparently
did not. I didn't even know that was going on. Okay.
But I thought I would follow this up with a question of, what is the most interesting thing that you have seen that maybe cannot be explained in certain, like, have you ever seen what you thought was a UFO? Have you ever seen, recently we've had this, it's not a UFO, but the comet, the pictures look pretty. There was the eclipse that a lot of the Eastern Seaboard saw a few weeks ago. There is, my Facebook feed the last week has been just full of the Northern Lights. Okay. Everywhere from Washington State to Pittsburgh, people are posting pictures of the Northern Lights. So there's been a lot of really interesting phenomena. Have you ever seen anything that made you go,
Well, let's see.
And I just threw this at you, so you have no warning.
All right. Now, anytime you go to the hood, you're going to see some UFO friendly, maybe come from a UFO. So you might have seen some people like that from the hood, maybe. But I know you weren't expecting me to say that.
It's only fair. I threw this at you. You threw that at me.
It was that homeless guy on Flatbush Avenue. I could have sworn came from the Hellbop Comet or something. But no, it's weird. I'm into science. I follow what's going on with SpaceX and NASA and all the different space organizations. I'm a sci-fi fan. But here's a weird thing with me. When they're like, hey, you got to see the eclipse. It's like, okay. It's the Northern Lights. It's like, okay. I don't normally go out of my way to see it. Like if I'm out and I just so happen to be looking up, I'm going to check it out. But there's some people that will go a long way into, trying to see this stuff and making plans for it. And I've never been that guy. I don't know why. I don't understand why But that's never been my thing. Now, with that being said, the question, you start thinking about, was it a UFO in Portugal and things of that nature? Here's my question to you. Do you believe in aliens?
I believe we cannot be the only beings in existence in the entire vast universe. Galaxy, even I can't believe that we're the only ones. Do I sometimes joke that they probably lock their doors as they fly by our planet? Yeah, maybe.
They dropped a couple of them off on Flatbush Avenue. Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't know. See, now have we ever been visited by aliens? I mean, there's supposed evidence, but
that evidence they were showing.
I would need more convincing for sure.
I don't know. Was it Mexico, Brazil? I don't know where they were showing the little fake alien and all that stuff. That was E.T.'s cousin.
Don't slander the alien.
I don't know.
They'll sue you for defamation.
Okay. When I was a kid, we grew up. There was a set number of planets that we knew. Now, and I think it was what, 13?
I thought it was 9.
9
but
or so. Next thing you know, Pluto's no longer a planet, and we got like 100 million, if not 100 billion planets out there now that we didn't even know about when I was a kid growing up. So
I can name all the planets easily now.
I was gonna say what? There's like 100.
No,
like
can you imagine that being on your 5th grade elementary science quiz? Name all 100 million planets.
Yeah, I don't even know how many planets there are now, but there are millions and millions of planets now. Which, as a kid growing up, there was only a small group. Now, if you look at this, I'm not the conspiracy theory guy, so it's weird saying I don't believe in aliens, but would I be shocked that there's a planet out there that's in the same distance that we are from the sun, in a solar system that's very similar to ours, and they have life on it? It wouldn't surprise me at all. When you think about, there's a couple of universal things. I didn't mean to get all technical in this, but there's a lot of planets that actually have water on it. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, they're finding water on the moon. They're finding water on Mars. They're finding water in a lot of different places. You have to have, man, this is going way too nerdy. You got to be the right distance from the sun. You got to have water. You need oxygen and nitrogen and certain things like that. They call it the Goldilocks zone. And there are literally, when they start looking at planets, there are literally thousands upon thousands of planets that are in their own solar system in that same Goldilocks zone. So, do I think there's something out there? I do believe there could be. That's the most political answer I do believe there could be.
Possibly, maybe, given the right.
Yeah.
I'm just proud of myself because I made your inner science geek come out on air.
Yeah, well, your brother's well informed. That's all.
There's nothing wrong with being.
The brother did his homework a little bit. At least you can tell I paid attention in science class or something. I definitely, let's just say I wasn't cheating off the kid sitting next to me who thought the earth was flat. Let's just leave it at that. I wasn't going to look at, I'm not looking at him. I'm not getting any of his test answers. We're going to skip it. We're going to skip that.
So you mentioned that you wouldn't drive or you wouldn't plan a trip. Like I know a lot of people planned way in advance to go see the full eclipse when it happened a few weeks ago, right?
Okay.
So it was a partial eclipse. The last one that I saw, I was living in California. And do you want to know the only reason that I actually saw it?
Why?
I had a corner cubicle, which made 0 sense because I was the newest team member. I should have had like a windowless cubicle, but I had the corner cubicle, so I had windows on 2 sides of
At GSMC?
No.
Oh, another place. Okay.
It's not about you.
I was going to say, okay, just checking where you're at.
And because I had that window, and it was in the direction that the eclipse was going to happen, everyone came to my cubicle to watch the eclipse.
You had the spot.
I had the spot. Our company provided the glasses. That is the only reason, because I would never remember to buy the glasses. I would never remember.
You know what?
I thought it was kind of cool, but
that's
on my own.
That's the point. It's not that I'm putting down those people that's going out and getting the glasses and going out and doing that stuff. I just don't remember. That's just the key. It's like, hey, asteroid 7294374 is coming by.
My favorite asteroid.
You know what I mean? Like, that bad boy's supposed to be flying by at 12:35. Well, I'm over there getting my sushi eat on. I'm not gonna be like, oh man, I forgot about it. Every time I just forget about it, I see it again, and it's like, oh, I forgot. That's why I don't go see it. I don't really have any hatred against anyone that goes out and see it. It's just,
or it's 12:35 a.m. and I just sleep through it.
Right.
That's usually what happens to me.
I don't think about that stuff. I mean, like, I don't know why it's not that important to me. But, you're just looking up in the sky and you're like, ooh, it's flying by, okay. Or you need special glasses. It just never spoke to me that I may need to make an appointment that's like must see viewing. Has never been on my top of my list. You want me must see viewing? Go to Mardi Gras? I'm in. Going outside to watch a comet? I'm gonna wait.
We don't need special glasses for Mardi Gras.
Oh, you need beads. That's all a brother needs.
And there are certain sites at Mardi Gras that could burn your retinas. But
you may see something other than a comet during that time.
I saw some stuff. I'm not going to tell you what it was, but I saw some stuff.
So yeah, I'm not to go out and see the comet guy. That's just
fair enough.
Just not me.
Fair enough.
Oh, by the way,
yes.
Answer your question. Answer, what is the craziest thing UFO related that you've ever seen?
Oh, what is it? I haven't seen anything. The coolest thing I saw was one night when I was having a sleepover at a friend's house in elementary school. We were sleeping on the front porch. Gen X.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. It took me a second to register what you were getting at when you said, okay.
We were sleeping on the front porch and there was a meteor shower. Our little 10-year-old selves thought that was the coolest thing we'd ever seen, and it was very cool. But again, do I ever know when there's a meteor shower and go try to find a dark field to stare up at the stars? Not usually. I just don't plan ahead like that.
And it's kind of, there's certain things that people are just like drawn to or they're not drawn to. It's kind of like seeing these kind of different events. With Faith being on the show talking about Groundhog's Day and seeing Pashatani film, like thousands of people show up to see a groundhog
in a top hat.
To pretend to see a shadow. That kind of stuff. It's like, nope, I'm gonna pass on that one. No, not my thing.
What would you travel for before we wrap it up? What would you?
That's easy. Mardi Gras, Carnival. Michigan, Ohio State, the Super Bowl, Texas, Oklahoma game.
Okay.
The Olympics in Paris.
Ooh. All right. Well, on that note, we're going to take our final break of the podcast. Our last segment will be dating horror stories. So stay tuned. You're watching the you're watching the Andrew Tate Show by GSMC Sports, and we will be right back.